What's up? My last Animal Crossing video somehow did better than any other video I've ever put on YouTube. Well, that's not true. All the videos I put on YouTube in the past week or so. So I'm doing another Animal Crossing tour, this time with a face cam. This time I'm doing an Animal Crossing tour of my first island that I ever made called Alto Cliff. It's supposed to be like Alto Clef, but it's Alto Cliff because it's an island. I wanted to make it like treble cliff, but that wouldn't fit. So I made this on my brother's Switch before I got my own Switch as a birthday present. I just decided I'm gonna tour it. So I'm gonna start at the airport because that's where I started in my last tour. I have a green airport in this one, and my native fruit on Alto Cliff is oranges. To the right, we have a cute little movie spot I made. These are, I think, transportation stop chairs, and then the projector. And then directly in front of that, we have a little rocking chair spot. This is my little heart-shaped lake. It's the only lake I had on this island, so I tended to go fishing from it a lot. I have a little fountain up there with the flowers painted on the ground. Going on past the airport, we have Nook's Cranny. I had an ABD here in case I needed to get bells out before traveling to other islands. And then I have the museum because I like to have the museum and Nook's Cranny together. I can just identify the fossil and then bring it over here. I have a cute little station square, but not Station Square from Sonic Adventure 1. That's in my current island, Corococo. And another fountain, another place to sit. So cute. Over here we have resident services. I tried to make it just like an extension of the plaza. That's the whole theme here. And then this is, why am I forgetting the name of it? Oh my gosh, Able Sisters. I was just gonna call it Mabel's shop, but that's not right. These fountains took me forever to make. Oh my goodness gracious. I had to find all of the giant clams. I put some bikes here, and then this flag is actually a bunch of Alto Clefs because this is based on Alto Clef and Alto Cliff. Get it? Behind here is where I start my little rural area. I'm gonna go up here. I put a little area for toys and sports, and a lot of the villagers like to go up here. Continuing on, there's just a little flower field. I have a little place for tea here. Oh, here's me. This is true. I am actually a soprano. I'm not an alto. I used to be an alto because I was one of very few kids in my music classes growing up that could read music. So they always put me on alto because that meant that the harmony was going to be there. This is my little fire circle made of tree stumps. Pro tip, if you need to complete your Critterpedia and you're missing bugs that are on tree stumps, just make a fire circle with tree stumps and it'll look cute and a whole bunch of bugs will spawn. This is just another cute little beach area. I have a cute Cosmos shower here, kind of like those showers you see at the beach. This is like a cute little camping spot. I have another fire circle, but these are just wood stools, not actual trees. Another cute little sitting area. These are yuzu lemon bathtubs. I guess my other character has the same idea. She's like, I want a hot tub too. Another area, cute, cute, cute. I have a little volleyball court, and this is Cranston. When I made this island, I had no idea what a villager hunt was. So every person that you see on this island, with the exception of 2, were autofills. The only people that aren't autofills on this island are Fuchsia and Camofrog because I bought their amiibo cards. So I bought a bunch of amiibo cards thinking it was the only way to get them on my island. And it wasn't. I learned what villager hunting was. But anyways, Cranston's here. I love Cranston. He's just such a gem. He's great. But yeah, he was my lazy that autofilled. This is my cute little Boston Tea Party area. I have some tea and then it's very nautical themed. This is my grill area with the spices. There's not really a lot of grilled foods you can make in Animal Crossing, so this is, I think, one of the fish dishes. This is just little sweets. Another cute little area. I didn't really know what I was doing with this island. These are a bunch of space things like the lunar lander, the asteroid, and the rocket, because I had a whole bunch of random space things that I just had in my inventory, and I thought, what better way to make these than to make a cute little observation area for Celeste. When I was actively playing on this island, I would use this rocket to change my clothes when I wanted to. to. I like to think that these scooters are Sable and Mabel's. So I like to think this one's Mabel's and this one's Sable's. This is my campsite. It's actually shaped like a music note. If you go to the map, you can see that I'm currently standing on top of a music note. See? I was actively making this island when I was at a sleepaway summer camp. Every weekend I would come home and I would put something on this island. So I made sure that every fire has a water bucket, because the first thing you do when you make a fire is you gotta have a water bucket. I'm gonna go over here now. This is my little carnival area. All of the stuff that I got from the Nook Miles redemption services were pink, and I was like, amazing, that's so cute. So I was like, I have to make a little carnival area. And so I did, and so I put all the carnival things there. I made a little shopping corner. Fuchsia is here. I love Fuchsia so much. I had to get her on this island because I feel like she's just me as a person. She's all my favorite colors. She's blonde. Her name starts with F. I love her. I like to think these are my shops. So this is a little art area. This is a little lemonade stand. This is for coffee. This is for flowers, and then this is a water stand, and then this is for pizza. And then I have another area to sit here along with a water bottle that I like to think that person got from the water stand. This is a little shopping area. I have the shopping cart as well as some things to shop for there. And then this is just a little area that I made with the lighthouse. There was no thought when making this island. However, there was thought here. I like to think this is a gyroid concert that's happening live. The camera and the on-air side, I literally just got them from like balloons and stuff, and I didn't know what to do with them. And I had so many gyroids, so I made a cute little live gyroid concert, and the gyroids are playing these instruments. This is a little art area with the Mona Lisa there, because I like to think the person's trying to paint the Mona Lisa. A cute little area, and then a cute little pool. We go up here. This is another little stage, but this is specifically for villagers to sing, and then they can also go back here and play all the instruments. I have Link and Sonic here as nods to my second island, because my second island is Coco, as y'all know. I collected all of the butterfly models and I put them here. I'm actually trying to do that on my second island as well. We're gonna go past the carnival, and this is my little fairy area. So I have a cave there as well as another spot to sit. I got the mushrooms from Mario, more pink flowers, and it just looks really whimsical in the background. I put more gyroids here as like a way to welcome you to the lively area. So all of the villagers, you will notice they have signs in front of their house. I like to think that each of the villagers run their own shop. This is Punchy's house. So Punchy runs the arcade. Next to him is Becky. Unfortunately, Becky was crafting, it seems, but I promise there's another chair and I think a cello here for when she's not crafting. And her catchphrase is hot to go, because I made this island last year when Chapel Roan was soaring on top of the world. I mean, she still is, but you know, it was a very Chapel Roan summer last year. Next to Becky is Cranston. Cranston runs a restaurant in his house. Next to Cranston is Patty, another one of my starter villagers. Well, not like my very first villager, but she autofilled from the 3 that you get. And Patty runs the bakery. Patty's probably one of my favorite Animal Crossing villagers, just because she was my introduction to peppy villagers, and I just loved her energy from the get-go. And then I found out that every other peppy villager talks just like her, but it's okay. Patty will always be number 1 in my heart. Next to Patty is Tank. Tank was my very first villager on this island. He was my starter jock, and obviously he's gonna run a gym. Underneath is Hans. He was my first campsite villager, but he runs a cafe. Fuchsia, we already met her. She's right there. She runs a guitar shop. Camo Frog is the other villager I got from an amiibo card because I wanted a cranky villager on my island that actually looked cute, because hot take, I think most of the cranky villagers look ugly. I thought Camo Frog looked cute, and I made him run a wood shop. I just found all of the wood things that I could, and I just imagined that Camo Frog makes and sells them. Going on is Aurora's house. She was another one of my starter villagers. She was my first normal villager, and Aurora is also another one of my favorites. She's literally a normal penguin. Like, all the other penguins have like fun colors, but Aurora just looks like a normal penguin. She's always talking about reading, so that's why I made her run the library. Finally, we have Sylvia's house. She was my starter big sister villager. I have her running a record shop just because I think she would like that. I'm gonna go over to this area of the island because I didn't show it. This is my little fossil museum walk. It's just a way to extend the museum, and I also had a lot of leftover fossils that I didn't know what to do with. I have a little hydration station because, again, I made this island after a week of telling kids to constantly hydrate. I also made a cute little donation box. I'm gonna go up these stairs. I made a little wally. This is also another area where villagers can sing. This is my money rock. It's my one rock on my island. I have pumpkins back here because I was born in the fall and my nickname by my dad is Pumpkin. I'm gonna go inside my first house. Cool. So I have my 1-year anniversary cake because I recently got that. I like to think of this area as just like a typical living room. Printer, records, vacuum, DIY bench. Over here is my bathroom, so I went a little crazy on partition walls here. I wanted to be very sure that you can't see anybody doing private things in here, so that's why I have the bathtub back here, and then the shower, the sink's over here, and then the toilet's over here. My kitchen. Notice how sparkly clean it is? So these are all the appliances. I have a lot more appliances, but those are the ones that I liked the most. I got this island on Nookazon, and I love it so much. It took me so long to find someone that was selling one, and then I finally did, and it was great. This is my living room. I have the Paradise Planning rug, as well as some other bookshelves, and yeah, just typical living room stuff. Now we're gonna go upstairs. This is my bedroom. I love this bed, and then I also made a cute little place to sit here. I didn't know what to do with this massage chair, so I just kind of like put it on the end. I have the Animal Crossing Switch, as well as a TV and place to rest. And then I have a little vanity there. Finally, let's go downstairs. My basement is exactly what it is, a basement. It's got a ping pong table, pool table, foosball table, leftover happy birthday decorations, trophy case, tools, dartboard. Pretty much everything you typically find in a basement, I wanted to include here. Also a spare bed and some nursery toys. Hooray! So now we're gonna go down this way. I'm gonna show you the beach in front of my villager houses. This is my little farm area, so I have some irrigated crops similar to what you'd see in Minecraft, and then wheat field with windmills. This is my little beach area, cute little picnic blanket. This is my little fishing spot, and then this is where Cap'n does his island tours. His boat is normally there. Then I just made a cute little sitting area. Back here is my little juice bar. This is another seating area I made, and I made this a little outdoor ice cream shop. This is another little campsite. Again, gotta have the water bucket with the fire. Hey, Hans is here. And then I also have a rock wall here because, again, I didn't know what to put here, but I also made sure to include the caution sign because there's typically signs when you're not supposed to climb. Another cute little relaxation area. And then over here, I made a basketball court. My secret beach isn't that fancy. I put a wanted sign here to signify that Red likes to park his boat here. I have another little camping area and another little place to sit. Up here is my orchard. So I have trees of every kind of fruit here, even though my native fruit is oranges. And then I have some more pumpkins as well as some wheat. And then I have a little puppy dog land over there. And then this is my rainbow flower garden. It's one of my greatest accomplishments. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, this pipe literally just gets me to the other side of the island. It's not fancy like it is in Korokoko. Yeah, that's pretty much my first island I ever made in Animal Crossing. Sadly, I don't have access to it anymore because I got my own Switch. And when I got my own Switch, I just decided to make a new island now that I knew how to play the game instead of continuing with this one. When I gave my brother back his Switch, he immediately deleted Animal Crossing. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to show the map to Alto Cliff now if you want to visit it. And let me know if you want to see more Animal Crossing videos. I'll see you next time. Bye!